Long road trip. Is there anything that you kind of just took away from, the last week on the road that you learned about yourselves or just anything, from just kind of being together on the road like that?
I'll just say playing through adversity and staying together when things get hard and aren't going our way, people go down or, we don't execute the way we want to, just staying together and being poised is gonna take us further than obviously what we've been doing. It's not working, so trying to figure out things that we can do along the game to help us result in a win.
How about yourself? How's your progression continuing to go within this week?
I mean, I feel like it's okay. There's times where I feel like I could be doing more. I think every player has that thought in the back of their head, like, what more can I be doing? But just trying to stay the course, trying to stay positive and just do what I've been told to do. And if I can do more, then I will.
Just one for you real quick, Tori. You guys were right there, tied at 68 before kind of things, just couldn't kind of close out there in Vegas. But what was working so well? What can you guys take from that, I guess, first 3 quarters of that game that you guys were doing so well that you can kind of say, all right, this is the way we need to kind of continue?
Yeah, I think just carry up some of the stops. Actually, you know what? I would say not letting the play before affect the next play. Like, of course, they're the best team in the league, numbers show. But when they scored, like, we came back just as aggressive. And so because we were able to capitalize offensively sometimes on when sometimes our defense wasn't there, Asia was doing what Asia does, but just not letting the play before that affect the next play, or even our offensive. As we might have a turnover or something, but coming back and getting a stop. But so not letting plays or bad plays, capitalize.
Amazing, thank you.
Hey Queen, hey Tori. Queen, for you, with Kira and Elena, practicing more 5-on-5 over the past week, just curious kind of what your first impressions are of sharing the court with them since they've been out, pretty much your whole time here.
My impressions have been good. They've been looking good. Obviously we need them to get where we want to go. So I've been enjoying seeing them on the court and playing alongside with them and just watching their progression to when they are going to be fully ready and take the floor with us.
And Tori, for you, kind of on a similar note, but specific to Elena, because I know she's questionable today, kind of inching back. If she does play today, what are you most looking forward to about having her back?
Just throwing it to her and she just scores when she wants to. That's all. Whenever you need a bucket, you just kind of like throw it to her and then get back on defense because it's going in. Everybody wants a cheat code like that, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
And for both of you, plenty of folks have talked about the need for, players who have been playing while others are out to continue to stay just as aggressive when you guys get whole. How do you both think about that or make sure that you guys do that?
Just continue to do what we do, regardless of what the minutes look like, regardless of what the lineups look like. Just kind of just carrying that over, and keeping the ball rolling. Because obviously, yes, like the players are coming back, but they're gonna need a little bit of time, like to come back and be their regular selves because they've been out for some time. So just to keeping that rolling and keeping the confidence rolling and building them up as well.
Definitely what Tori said.
Last thing for me for Tori, with Jenny Sims getting signed, I know you guys were drafted together. Anything that stands out from your rookie season with her and what you think she's gonna bring to the team.
Yeah, aggression. I love Jenny. Great teammate, great player. Just her aggression. Just seeing us both, we were talking this morning during breakfast, and just like how much we've grown. Like we both came in together as rookies, like you said, getting drafted together. Just like just the way our conversations are going, we're just just grown now, I guess. So I'm excited to have her back and playing alongside of her.
Hey guys, how you doing? Chicago's been playing some zone of late. I'm sure you guys have been looking at that in the scouting report. But both of you can shoot pretty well in the mid-range. Has that been part of the conversation, is to try and help you guys get more of those shots in the mid-range to help offset some of the zone, or what's been the broader focus for defending or for scoring against the zone?
I would just say looking out since they collapse so much into in their zone, or whenever they are in the paint, you know, they send a lot of people into the paint to stop the ball. And so definitely kickouts are gonna be available. The mid-range will be there, but because they send so many people, it's probably gonna be either a dump off or a long range 2 or 3.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Any other in-person questions? I think that's it then. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Couple of people questionable.
You want the rundown?
Yep.
Okay, Elena's out. Tasha, I believe, is in. And Kira is probably the most game time decision of the 3. Things are looking positive, but she's got to go through her warm up and stuff and see how she feels.
That's what I was gonna say. What's the last deciding factor for Karen?
How she feels after her warm up in about 15 minutes.
Gotcha. Bringing in Sims, what was the thought process behind that?
You guys may have seen Lene Harper. We just kind of had it prearranged with her that the other night was going to be her last game, so she could go play USA basketball 3-on-3. We didn't want to jeopardize that if it was just going to be a day or 2 more, and we didn't even know for sure that you know, we would need her today. So, you know, Jenny, we have some familiarity with, obviously having drafted her and coached her part of the season. And she was available, and we know her and we know her game, and she's played in the league this year, so it's a good fit.
And last thing for me, that, you know, tied at 68 against against Vegas. Didn't close the way he wanted to, but from the first stretch up to that point, you know, what were the positives that you said, okay, this is what we were doing well. We need to keep doing X moving forward.
I think the way we spread them out and attacked, you know, we had some success. Defensively, we did a few things well, but you know, we have to be better. Obviously, somebody like Asia just had too much space, and guards at time too much space, and walked into some threes. So, you know, gave up 113. You're not too happy.
So with Elena, any setbacks or just still not ready?
Just still not ready. No, not too much more to it. Obviously, she had the cross country travel coming back. Didn't feel quite right, and so you know, we got a few days after today, and we'll see how it feels.
Any further updates on Ariel and Christy?
Nothing concrete, but both progressing well. Ariel did some live stuff today, so again, we'll see. We don't play again until Friday, so we'll see where we're at.
With Ariel, you know, now that it's been a month since she sprained her ankle, what's been the, you know, biggest challenge for her physically, just getting back?
The ankle getting right.
Uh,
That's it. I mean, having the ankle heal and not have pain.
And then, you know, Maisha, 25 minutes the other night, which I think is higher than she's done lately, unless I missed it. Is that ticking up, or is the minutes limit off at this point?
There is a minutes limit. I don't think it's probably going to be an issue.
And then just last thing for me, how do you feel like the defense has been looking lately? Do you feel like they're still trying to figure some things out? Have you seen progress lately? How would you evaluate that end?
Mixed bag for sure. We've done some things well, but not consistently enough for long enough. You know, today's gonna be a different type of game. It's not gonna be a double the post game like we had with BG or at times with Asia. You know, it's a more perimeter oriented game for Chicago, so we gotta be able to shift gears and handle that.
Since you're going in depth and everyone's injuries, I'll ask about Kira. With her progression, it seems like over the past several weeks, it's been a pretty rapid progression, and she's been responding pretty well. Is this kind of like a very quick timeline for her to be able to do what she's been doing to get to this point to play?
Maybe slightly quick, maybe quick from where I expected a couple weeks ago. But she's progressed well. I think there's still that kind of hurdle of a live game. I think she's eager to test it and see how it feels, but you know, it's just different as you get closer to playing. It's live again, it's the game again. It's more unpredictable. It's not as scripted as when you're going through rehab. So kind of with all of them, there's hurdles you feel like you cross, and then there's the ones that the game starts and the lights are on and you think you're ready, and then you got to find out.
Is there, if she does go, will there be a minute restriction for her?
Yes.
not gonna.
No.
And then last one, obviously talk about the Vegas game. What's the overall vibe you get from the team and how the team plays? Because I mean, there's no hiding how good Vegas has been this year and kind of the standard bearer for the league right now. But what are you picking up from the rest of the players and how they're responding from that effort?
To be honest, I haven't seen that much. You know, we got back on the red eye and we didn't come in yesterday, but I thought it was kind of the right amount of positive after the game, you know. Positive, but you're not satisfied with losing like that on the road. So I thought they were pretty objective about the things we did well, and obviously we have a ways to go. Vegas is clearly the bar right now in the league that we have to get to. And so I thought they were, you know, very honest and open with themselves about that.
Hey, Coach, knowing you're probably going to see a little bit of zone from Chicago today, Queen was just talking about how they'll collapse real heavily in the paint, looking for those kickouts. Is the broader message just been ball movement, keeping your head up, finding those kickouts, or how else, or more broadly, are you planning on attacking that zone today?
Yeah, we had a little, maybe until the end of the game the other night, we did okay against Vegas in zone, I thought. We've got a good feel of when to time up cuts and flashes better than we did earlier in the year. I think it's, you know, a lot of times it's man too, but in the zone of seeing what's in front of you. I think sometimes zone causes people to just get real hesitant, stand there, put the ball above their head and get out of attack mode. And I think maybe the adjustment we've made this year to be decent against the zone is we've stayed aggressive. Whether it's somebody catching it at the high post and being patient, or we swing it in our guards who would normally catch an attack and close out, be willing to do the same thing against the zone. So I think those are probably the keys.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.